So Ella, thank you for coming into the office today. I really do appreciate it. Gosh, we've known each other a long time. How long has it been now?
It's been over 10 years. We moved from Florida, and my husband and I decided that we really needed to get a lawyer to get our wills redrawn, and then something to protect our assets too. So I went to JABA, and
Oh yes, the Jefferson Area Board of the Aging. Yeah.
that's right. And they gave me a list of names, and your name was on it. And I ran my finger down the list, and I said, "Ooh, this name looks good. I like the name. Simon Stapleton. He sounds like a great lawyer." And my husband said, "That's a wonderful recommendation." He said, "Well, call him up, and I'll see what I think." So I did, and I was met with a very pleasant young man who I said, "Oh, I like him. He has an English accent." And my husband said, "Oh, that's a great recommendation." But he said, "Let's go see him." So we came and made an appointment with you to see you, and you explained everything before we made our appointments to come back and get our wills done. So we went home, and Jim said, "I liked him. He's a good man." He explained everything well to me. So we made an appointment, and we set up our wills with you, and then you set up a trust for us, and it was very well explained. I liked it. My husband understood it, and he said it was good. And then he said he liked the price too. It was reasonable. And so I always laughed at my husband. But anyway, he liked the whole deal.
Well,
and
good.
so over
That's
the
good
years,
to
we've
hear.
enjoyed it. We've had it. It's been very nice.
Well, good. I'm glad to hear that. So when we were setting up the trust and the other documents that you referred to, so you did feel like I explained everything to you in a way that you understood?
Yes, and my husband really liked it because he really wanted to understand it as well as possible.
Mm-hmm.
And he was a stickler for that, and I'm glad he was. And he said, yes, it was a good document, and he liked it.
Great, absolutely. So I take it from what you've said then that your overall experience with the firm was positive?
Very, very positive, and we've enjoyed your company over the years.
Well, good. I've always enjoyed knowing you too. So would you feel comfortable recommending me to your friends and family members?
Yes, and besides being a great lawyer, I really recommend you to them because over the years I've learned about your family. You're a family man. You have a nice wife and children. They live here. They go to school here. It's a nice feeling to have someone who lives in your community and is part of your group of people that you need when you are in trouble or there's death or something in the family. I love it because you aren't going to be moving to Cincinnati, in a month or two. I like it because you're here, and it means a lot to me.
Well, thank you. That means a lot to me too. I appreciate you saying that. So again, Ella, thank you for your time today. Thanks for coming in. We appreciate it.
Well, thank you for having me. I've enjoyed it very much.
Hi, Norm. Nice to see you today. Thanks for coming in.
Good to see you.
Norman, we've known each other a long time, but I asked you here today if you would just to talk to us a little bit about what brought you into the office here to see me initially.
Well, our association, as you say, goes back a good ways. I was associated with your wife, Kathy,
Right.
in music and theater in the schools and elsewhere for several years, and of course became friends with you. And you, along with Kathy, began to see signs of dementia in my wife's behavior, and we're more or less there at the beginning. So that when my wife's condition through Alzheimer's and strokes made it necessary to enter into the Laurel's nursing home, you were very helpful in getting me, getting all the necessary work done there. That was one of the first things. Then when I decided that I was too much work to take care of my home. I needed to downsize and find another place to live.
Right.
And so you were very helpful, extremely, in helping me to move and to find another place and selling the house. And it was extremely helpful to us.
Good.
And then after we had we were able to sell the house for a good enough price that I didn't even have to have a mortgage on my new smaller apartment. And that was a good plus also. And then I had a long-term care insurance, which covered us for 4 years.
Yeah, that's right. I remember that. That was very helpful.
Yeah, I was so glad that that insurance man way back insisted I do that. But so that it took care of us for 4 years, but then we knew that the time would be coming when I'd have to apply for Medicaid.
Right.
And of course, that I was really a babe in the woods there. I did not know what was involved, and you were very helpful in helping me understand all the different steps that had to be taken and to get me through the process, with the result that I was accepted. My wife was accepted on Medicaid, and we didn't have to do very much. It took a lot of time. There were a lot of small details.
Right. Yeah, it's a process to go through. That's for sure.
It really is.
But I don't recall exactly when did Florence start on Medicaid. Do you remember when that was?
Well, it would have been 4 years after, about 2008. She
About 2008.
Went in
right.
Laurel's about 2004.
And as we were going through the process, Norm, the Medicaid process in particular, did you feel like I explained things to you in a way that you understood things?
Yes, that was very adequate.
Good. So would you be willing to recommend me to friends or family members as an attorney?
I would, without hesitation.
Great.
Mm-hmm.
Well, thank you. As I say, thanks again for coming in today. We really appreciate your time. Well, Barbara and Mel, thank you both again for coming in today. I really appreciate it. Just wanted to ask you a couple of questions about your situation. Barbara, tell us briefly, if you would, what brought you in to see me at the office here.
Okay. Well, initially I contacted you when my parents had moved from Florida to Virginia, and they had a living will, and we just wanted to update the legal paperwork for the state of Virginia. Then over the next few years, as Mom and Dad got older and more in worse shape, we realized that we needed to go ahead and activate a trust where my sister and I would be able to handle their affairs. And so you helped us with that, and are still helping us with that, because Mom and Dad are still with us in the nursing home. Dad almost 98, Mom 91, and you're always here for us.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that. So that was the asset protection trust that we did for them. Is that right?
That's correct.
Yeah, and you and your sister are trustees of that.
That's correct. And of course, that's made everything much simpler as I deal with their medical issues and with their medical insurance.
And what would you say generally has been your experience in working with me?
Just wonderful, just there for the support. I mean, it is amazing. I'm a fairly calm person, but I found dealing with this is so emotional, and you always have that kind, gentle voice when I'm about to push the panic button.
Well, that's good to hear. And have you found along the way that I've explained things to you in a way that you've understood them?
Oh, absolutely.
Good, good. So you'd say that your overall experience with the firm has been a positive one?
Yes, in every way.
Great, that's good to hear. Would you be willing to recommend me to your friends or family members?
Well, to anyone, including my husband, whose mother has already contacted you to get some of her paperwork updated.
Great, super. Well, thanks again for coming in. We do appreciate both your time. Thank you. So, Virginia, thank you again for coming into the office today. We appreciate it.
Well, I really wanted to do it.
Thank you. Tell us a little bit, if you would, about how you heard about me. Were you recommended to me?
Yes, I have a sister in Arlington. She and her husband recommended, their lawyer recommended you.
Oh, I see.
And,
okay.
To them, and they told me, and that's how it all happened.
So that's how you got here. Okay, great. And tell us a little bit, if you would, about the situation that brought you in to see me.
Well, we had a lawyer who we didn't think did trust work. And so we decided that this would be a good idea and to do it now.
I see.
We don't have any children, and so we felt that we should set this up.
So you felt that it was important to have the trust?
Yes.
Yeah, I understand. And what was your experience in working with me?
Well, you seemed very nice, and we felt very comfortable when we met you, and so we thought, well, we did the right thing then.
Good, good. And if I remember correctly, you came to a couple of my seminars as well, didn't you?
Oh yes, yes,
Yeah.
we did, and we enjoyed that too.
You and Frank found that helpful?
Yes. We
Good.
did.
Well, that's good to know. And when we were doing the trust and the other documents, did you feel that I explained things to you in a way that you understood?
As far as I could understand, yes, you did. You did very well.
Good. And if I remember correctly, your nephew Jonathan, he's an attorney, and he was very helpful through the process also.
Oh yes, he's a nice person, and we like him very much, and he enjoyed talking to you on the phone. So the next time he comes, I'll have you meet him.
Yes, that'd be great. I would love to meet him. It was nice, the fact that he's an attorney, it was nice to be able to show him the trust and for us to work together on that. I found that helpful as well.
Yes.
So would it be true to say then that your overall experience with the firm was a positive one?
Yes, I certainly think so.
Great. And would you be comfortable with recommending me to friends or family members?
Yes, I would. Anytime.
Great.
Anytime.
Well, thank you. Thank you again for coming in today. We appreciate your time.
Well, I enjoyed it.